Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing yet another prompts pick my TBR, and we are actually picking the TBR for the month of August at this point, which is insane. How is it literally August and school starts back? What is this? Anyway, let's get into the TBR prompts. Our first prompt is under 250 pages, which is honestly really difficult because all my books are like super long, or at least over 250 pages, but I'm going to look through my choices and I'll come back and tell y'all in just a second. Okay, I've looked through all my options and I came out with 3 that I'm in between. First, we have Snow and Rose by Emily Winfield Martin, and that is a middle grade. I think it's illustrated some. And then we have Just Ella, which is a novella. And then we have The Gathering Blue by Lois Lowry, and my choice out of these 3 books is going to be The Gathering Blue by Lois Lowry, and I'm really excited to start this. This is basically the second book in the Giver Quartet, and I don't really know too much about this. It says, left orphaned and physically flawed in a civilization that shuns and discards the weak, Kira faces a frightfully uncertain future. Her neighbors are hostile and no one but a small boy offers to help. When she is summoned to judgment by the Council of Guardians, Kira prepares to fight for her life. But the Council, to her surprise, has plans for her. Blessed with an almost magical talent that keeps her alive, the young girl faces new responsibilities and a set of mysteries deep within the only world she has ever known. On her quest for truth, Kira discovers things that will change her life and world forever. So that is officially going to be our choice for the prompt under 250 pages because it comes out to 240 pages, so it works perfectly. So that is the choice for under 250 pages. Now moving on to the next prompt. I honestly don't. If I get like the prompt of like buy a book, I'm honestly just going to pick a book I bought recently because I don't want to. Has magic system, which basically, if you don't know what a magic system is basically just like if they have like superpowers or stuff like that, basically, or if they have like special abilities, like for example being able to control water or something like that. So that's basically what that means, and I'm going to look for a book based on this. This is basically going to be like all fantasy books because fantasy books are really the only ones with magic systems, and I'll see what I come up with for the choices, which follows 2 bloodlines, the Frostbloods and the Firebloods, and basically the Firebloods can control fire, the Frostbloods can control frost and ice and make it and all that, and basically they've always been at war, and the Firebloods are currently ruling over the Frostbloods. The Frostbloods are like all dead pretty much besides our main character, the girl, who gets discovered when she was living in a mountain village. Her mom dies, she's brought to prison, then a mysterious like group breaks her out of prison and pretty much tells her that they're going to train her to go kill the king, and then she ends up in court and there's all these mysteries and all this, and it was really, really good. Quite a lot happened in book 2 of this series, which was Fireblood, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I really want to finish the series. It's very original, and the feeling that the series gave me was like the feeling I got from like the first 2 books of Red Queen, which I absolutely adored, and I really, really loved it. And there is a slight magic system with how I said there are the Firebloods who can control fire, make fire, and all that, and then there are the Frostbloods who control ice, make ice, all that. Also, I think I got the races backwards. The Frostbloods are the ones that were ruling over the Firebloods, and all the Firebloods had almost all been killed. I said that backwards. So the choice for has magic system is Nightblood. Oh, well, one just fell out. One of the prompts just went flying, so I'm just going to choose that one, and that's the one we're gonna go with. Published this year. So this actually helps me so much because I have some books that are arcs that will be published this year, but they're not out yet, so I can use those because I need to get those arcs. So the book I'm choosing for published this year is Eyes Like Stars by Ashley Poston, which is a YA Star Wars clean romance, and I'm not really sure exactly what it's fully about. I haven't been looking at too many spoilers, but I know that there are cameos of real Star Wars characters, which I'm really excited about. My personal hopes are to see like Ahsoka, because she's my favorite Star Wars character, but I'm really excited to see how they portray this, because I was the type of person who would always write Star Wars fanfics when I was a kid. So yeah. It says, Ardent Quay has spent her entire life on her family's tour ship, the Starfarer, finding comfort in the predictable journeys, but everything changes when a planet-side trip to find a rare installment of her favorite romance serial puts her on a collision course with a fast-talking wild spacer on the run from the First Order. Cian has black eyes speckled with stars and represents everything Ardent has never experienced: intrigue, danger, uncertainty. He convinces her to let him stow away on the Starfarer so he can return a precious artifact to its homeworld, in the kind of adventure she's only ever read about. But with the First Order hot on their tail, the danger is all too real. This is a terrible time to take a tour of the galaxy. So it looks literally so good, and I got this arc. It actually just came out on the 21st, and it's now the 29th. Okay, it definitely is released. I did not request this in time to actually get the arc. This is the finished copy, but I am so excited to read this and review this because I am such a big Star Wars fan, and I really hope they did it justice. In case you haven't watched my other videos, I do 6 prompts, and if I get a prompt that has nothing that fits the prompt, I just move on to the next one, and I kind of just ignore that prompt. Yeah, so that's basically the rules for how I do it. Okay, now we have one. Hold on. That became a movie or TV show. Okay, I can work with this. I'll be right back. After some further research, I figured out I actually don't have many books that are becoming or became TV shows or movies, but this is the one I found, Hatchet by Gary Paulson, which follows a boy who is stranded. He was on like the way to his family. He has like this secret. He was stranded. There was like this plane crash. He was going over a forest or a jungle or something, and all he's left with is a hatchet, and he has to try to survive and deal with this secret he has. And that's basically all I know, and that is the choice for that became a movie or TV show. Very exciting. We have some like contemporary books. We have a Star Wars, we have a fantasy, and we have a like literary fiction. This is good choices so far. Next choice. I'm really hoping to get a book that I bought recently on this list. Okay, I have hopes for what this one will be. I have one specific one I really want this prompt to end up being, but we'll see. Think you'll rate 5 stars. Okay, that is literally perfect because I think I'm gonna rate this one that I was just talking about 5 stars. And that book is Warcross by Marie Lu, and this is actually a ARC copy. It came out all the way in September of 2017, and I somehow found an ARC copy at my Goodwill. So this was absolutely insane, and I don't really know much about this world or this book, but I'll just read it to you. For the millions who log in every day, Warcross isn't just a game, it's a way of life. The obsession started 10 years ago, and its fan base now spans the globe. Some eager to escape from reality, and others hoping to make a profit. Struggling to make ends meet, teenage hacker Amika Chin works as a bounty hunter, tracking down players who bet on the game illegally. But the bounty hunting world is a competitive one, and survival has not been easy. To make some quick cash, Amika takes a risk and hacks into the opening game of the International Warcross Championships, only to accidentally glitch herself into the action and become an overnight sensation. Convinced she's going to be arrested, Amika is shocked when instead she gets a call from the game's creator, the elusive young billionaire Hideo Tanaka, with an irresistible offer. He needs a spy on the inside of this year's tournament in order to uncover a security problem, and he wants Amika for the job. With no time to lose, Amika is whisked off to Tokyo and thrust into a world of fame and fortune that she's only dreamed of. But soon her investigation uncovers a sinister plot with major consequences for the entire Warcross empire. And Warcross is my choice for the book. I think I'll rate 5 stars. Okay, this is actually going really smoothly. We only have one choice left, so I hope we can make this one count. I really need to get one other arc on this TBR as well. But I honestly haven't been finishing my TBRs anyway, so it's okay if it's not on here. I'll just read it anyway. Here is the next choice. What will it be? What will it be? Oh my goodness, I can't get one. There we go. Oh, that's a big one. Let's see. No! Of course. Book that's been on TBR the longest. I feel like I get this so many times. And every time I never actually read the book. Oh my god. So basically the book that has been on my TBR for the longest is The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien, and I read the movies and I absolutely loved them, but the books are so wordy, and after making it through The Hobbit, I was so burnt out of wordy books. And like I'm saying, the story is amazing, all that, the movies are amazing, but most of the time when I read to just chill, you know, relax, not have to like zone in that much. And also, why are the words this tiny? Oh my goodness. Well, that is fun, I guess. Not really, but yeah. That is officially the choice for a book that's been on TBR the longest, and that officially wraps up the choices. Oh my goodness, the prompt from the last time this got picked is actually still here. The prompt that I got last time was the oldest book I own, and it was still inside here. That's hilarious. Okay, this is officially all the picks for this month. We have actually a good array of like different genres and stuff like that. So for the book that's been on my TBR the longest, we have The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. Then for the prompt, think you'll rate 5 stars, I have Warcross by Marie Lu. Then for the prompt, became a TV show or movie, we have Hatchet by Gary Paulson. And then for the prompt, published this year, we have Eyes Like Stars by Ashley Poston, which I've heard is a super great author. She wrote the 7-Year Slip. And then for the prompt has Magic System, we have Nightblood by Ellie Blake. And then for the prompt under 250 pages, we have Gathering Blue by Lois Lowry. And I'm literally so excited about each and every one of these books. They have been pretty high on my priority lately, and I'm so glad I was able to fit all of these into my TBR. The only ones I don't think I will get around to reading this month is probably going to be Hatchet and Lord of the Rings, because it's gonna be long. I tried to get into Lord of the Rings, the book, once, and I DNF'd it like 1/4 of the way through, I think, but we'll see. So this is all the books I picked this month, and I'm so excited to read these. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below what you're reading this month, and I'll see y'all in the next one.